What you've all been waiting for. The Cyclops. I'm just kidding. It's not you all, okay? Because actually, this is one of the most rare signs, all right? That's why they're the Cyclops, okay? We got to think about the mythology, people. So, people born between those dates above your screen, yes. These are the Cyclops. And as you can tell by the celebrities, I didn't even have to put their birthdays on there. It's very prominent that they're Cyclops. It's just, there's no debating, okay? It's practical. Tubbs Astrology is astrology for the hood, and we make it practical, okay? I don't have to go into the hooplas and all that. I'll let you know what's right in front of your face. You could choose to be blind or not, and that's fine. That's your right. Go back to Delulu. I'm just telling you what's been in front of your face. Anyway, who are these Cyclops? These Cyclops people, these are the predominant forehead people, okay? The all-knows. They have the true all-knows. The elves, they have the know-alls. But the Cyclops, they have the all-know, okay? And the only difference is the all-know is used for the people, okay? And the know-all is used for themselves. Okay, boom, giving game. All right, these Cyclops individuals are definitely the out-of-the-box thinkers. Literally, if you want to sum them up in a word, rebellion, okay? Are creatures. They're creatures because they are different, okay? And they strive on being different. A lot of them are shy and whatnot, believe it or not. Now, I'm not talking one-on-one relationships because that's different, but like to the public, they're very, what's the word, honest. They're very modest, okay? So these are very modest individuals, except for in one-on-one relationships, just out in the public. They like to keep to themselves. Creative. These are creative geniuses, off tops, okay? Just think about the mythology. Cyclops created the lightning bolt. They created the lightning bolt, all right? How much, y'all gotta know y'all mythology, all right? Study your mythology if you really wanna know the mythologies, all right? We'll do a lesson on what mythologies are. But anyway, moving forward, what do these Cyclops creatures value, okay? What's their treasure? Okay, devotion. That is how you get that little rebellion on your side. What? You're devoted to something? You willing to die about it? Ocean. If they're female Cyclopses, oceans. Okay. Moving on. Communication. How do they communicate? Very aggressive, very impulsive too. Very straightforward too, very blunt. Do not care about feelings. They're gonna tell you what it is and dare you to say anything about it. Willing to fight about it as well. What is their hidden comforts? Comfort, okay. Aquarius Cyclops mainly, okay. The Pisces ones are, well, but the Aquarius ones, they don't want to leave. It takes a lot to get them to leave. If you have to bribe them. If they're not getting anything out of it, they're not leaving the home because that's their comfort. Their home is their comfort. That is and it's full of treasures and everything, and they don't need to be seen. How many times have you seen Cyclops? How many information do we know about Cyclops? What do y'all really know about Cyclops other than they had the little one eye in the club, and that's it, and then they was in their caves, hidden away, unbothered, living like royalty, luxury, spoiled little, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Their children, they treat them like friends, okay? Like they're broke best friends, all right? They are willing to travel with them. They want to travel with their children, okay? Cyclops love to travel with their children, all right? They're going to take the coffee breaks. These are the ones that, treat them like family, love their cousins. They're the ones that are always attached to the hip, all right? They really can't stand them when they're young, though, because there's not really much they can do. They can't really teach them. They can't really do and enjoy the things that they like to do. But when they get a little older, that's my broke best friend. Cheers. Those really mom and daughter connections or family connections like that, yeah, it's them because, yeah, they're always on vacation. Okay, they've been in Spain. The child's 7. She done been out the country 3 times. Foreign like that. Yeah, that's them. Okay. Anyway, moving on. The obstacles in life come with being nourishing. All right. Big back behavior. Their weight definitely fluctuates. That's a big obstacle for them. One moment it's, very fit, lean. Next moment it's doughy, sad. So yeah, their feelings control their weight too. So there's a fun fact. Moving on, their partners, the Griffins. Okay, they need someone strong and thick-headed in order to deal with them. All right, they need someone that. Boom. All right. Because I told you, these people are shy, except for on one-on-one relationships. Okay. Because that's when their ego comes out. Their ego is that of their counterpart. Okay. And they got Griffin level egos in one-on-one relationships. But out in the public, they want to be hidden. But in the cave, oh no, they want to dominate. Okay. So they need partners that can be extremely dominating, put up with that thick-headedness of theirs. Okay. They got them foreheads. All right. That's a big prominent sign that you're dealing with a Cyclops is the forehead, as you can tell by the pictures earlier. Anyway, moving on. Their alter egos. Elves. Okay, because like I said, it's a love-hate relationship with elves. Yeah, intellectual battles the most. Mind games is wild with these two. You don't recommend. Ghetto. Okay, moving on. Where do they find their luck? They find their luck, like I said, in their relationships. Okay, and being diplomatic. All right, they love to be diplomatic when they're traveling. They love to negotiate, okay? These are great negotiators. You're not going to out-negotiate them, okay? They are literally fortunate at it, all right? Moving on. What else? Their obligations. Their obligation to society is to research deeply, master occult-like things, overcome trauma and transformation like nobody's business, okay? A lot of times you don't know what they do for work. And, that's fair because we don't really know what Cyclopses did for work, do we? No. So a lot of the times you really don't know what they do for work. They don't really broadcast it. If you're in the network circles, but really they keep it private because a lot of the times whatever you think they're doing, that's not what they're really doing. They really got something else that they're working on and they keep that hidden until boom, it's out, right? Kind of like what I'm doing. Yeah, but anyway, what's next? Yeah, their network circles. The network circles are a bunch of highly intelligent individuals, okay? Highly intelligent individuals that rise, these guru-like sages, because like I said, they're highly intelligent, okay? Tried it, they should, but they shouldn't, but they get electronics, okay? They can communicate with them a lot better than others. And I said what I said. So moving on, their inner world. Like I said, the counseling, government. A lot of them definitely have secret government jobs. They make excellent spies, but they've mastered the art of detachment though. So just they love to stick to their partners and whatnot, but they don't like to necessarily always be around them. They rather be alone. I'm telling you, these people can go alone and go silent, go ghost on you. Literally, you forget you're in a relationship, and then just there they'll come back and be like, yeah, no, I still love you. I needed my space. Okay, so just if you're dealing with a Cyclops, you know what I'm talking about. You've learned to master just it's you, okay? You got to work on yourself, okay? Because it's not them, because they let you know from jump that they're going to need their space, okay? It's just you didn't know what that actually meant, okay? Because they don't elaborate. They just be like, yeah, I'm going to take space from now and time and again. And you don't be thinking it's 3 months, but they got a lot going on up in that forehead, okay? Also, I made a blunder. With their kids, who tend to do a lot of projects, and Cyclops tend to be close to their father. Especially if they're girl Cyclops, they tend to, want to hang around their their father more. They tend to do a lot of projects with the hands, okay? So arts and crafts, DIYs, things like that. That's what the Cyclops like.